What is up, A team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on what, but hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about some crypto, to talk more about the markets. The markets are pretty dismal still, coming down. However, we're still trying to work our way out of positions that we purchased throughout the last week. Market be a bounce back, right? When does that bounce back happen? I'm going to show some indicators as to when I think the bounce back is going to happen, just like we did last week. I mean, honestly, it came down. It's doing exactly what we did last week. It's probably going to bounce back here into, if not Sunday night, Monday, like it did. Indicators are at the bottom of where they're at right now, at least on the relative strength index right there, the RSI. So we'll see where that all plays out here. But like I said, markets are looking dismal today. It feels like you can't catch a break. I get it, man. Sometimes it's like, you feel like, hey, I'm going to enter right now. I got a good position. And then the markets go down a little bit more. So I feel for you because it feels like you can't catch a break during the weekends. So sometimes people like to sit on sit on the sidelines and wait. And hey, man, if that's what's best for you, I think you should do it. But if you're feeling like that, definitely go out, touch some grass. Today here in the Northwest, I'm going to be out watching some soccer today, even though it's pouring down rain. The one day, it's been sunny for like literally like a month straight. We haven't had rain, and then the soccer tournament comes up, boom, rain. So it's already, not only is it raining on my day when it comes to crypto, but it's raining on my day when it comes to soccer. So yeah, just one of those weekends, man. But we'll start with saying what's up to the A team here. We got that one guy in the house here. What's up, man? Deb, what's up, bud? Good to see you, Deb. Ariza's, what's up? Harley, Pipeline, good to see each of you. Walking with Jesus, good to see you. Antoine, Dream Chaser, Big Easy, what's up, man? Authentic, Gabe, Hudson, good to see you guys. Ultra, Big B, we got Big B in the house. Trent, what's up, Trent? We got Trent in the house here. Dreamcat, yeah, it's good to see you. Space, good to see everyone here. Old man Jenks, what's up, man? Good to see everyone here. Yeah, appreciate you. It's beautiful here in Ireland. Nice, dude. Yeah, Ireland seemed like it'd be a nice little spot to go to for sure. Definitely heard some good things about Ireland out there. In regards to just like how nice the scenery is. So, but let's jump into everything here. We got some things to cover today. As you can see right now, the cryptocurrency market is down. Coming into this hour, we're down right now. The hour just started, but over the last several hours, probably close to 8 hours now, we've been bouncing around, pretty much staying flat, if not bouncing around certain levels here. But you can see Bitcoin down. I clicked on Bitcoin, or I clicked on Tether. Bitcoin's down about 0.87 over the last 7 days. Really not that bad when you think about it. Ethereum down 2.9 over the last 7 days. XRP down 4.49 over the last 7 days, which again seems like it's not that much, but we did drop from roughly 225 to 211. Solana's trying to make a little bit of comeback here. The biggest one, though, the biggest concern is just Hedera in general, down 6.76%. I feel like I can't catch a break with Hedera. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've tried to study Hedera. I've tried to get their charts. Dude, like, honestly, I feel like Hedera's become like this meme coin to trade. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's become like this, it's like unpredictable. When you think an indicator is lining up, the indicator does absolutely everything opposite of what you think is going to happen. So if you're trading Hedera, again, you got to stomach through the ups and downs of Hedera. But when it does bounce back, it will bounce back probably nicely. It's fallen pretty heavily amongst all the other cryptos here. I mean, almost out of the top 25, which is not the greatest sign when it comes to one of the biggest cryptos that I own. But we'll still continue to support it, continue to hold it. But it's definitely been a dismal last 7 days for Hedera. What else we got here? Liquidations are pretty crazy still. Look at the long liquidations here. Longs over the last 24 hours, 328 million longs were liquidated. I mean, still carrying heavy weight out there with the liquidations. You can see over the last 12 hours, still 42. Roughly 24 hours, we have 374.89. The good thing here is that a majority of that was carried out over the last 24 hours. But you can see here in the last 4 hours, we've gone lower and lower. So as much as longs are still getting liquidated, you can see that it's getting smaller and smaller. So that's a positive sign if you're looking at any kind of indicator out there. H-bar is nauseating right now. Yeah, H-bar can be a little nauseating. Trump signals deal with Iran could be this upcoming week. Yeah, that'll definitely help. That's definitely an indicator for sure. I mean, it's an outlier. Crypto sucks today, but the weather is perfect. Yeah, weather here sucks too, dude. ETH is exhausting. ETH is exhausting right now too. Yeah, I would agree with you. I did put in a little bit of a degen play when it comes to ETH. I told you guys I was going to go a little degen this weekend with the volatility coming out here. I sold my ETH, so I put a long in for an ETH at a 50x. When was it, or whenever it was? I put a long in. I got it like I think I got it at like 2,416. It went up to 2,428. Made a couple $100 off that. I literally rolled it directly into 100x long. I did 100x, my first 100x on BTCC. I do not do that. Do not do that. I just was like, hey, you know what, dude? Crypto's down right now. I'm going to have some fun today. You know what I mean? Like, we're just going to have some fun. And right now I'm down like $27. I bought it at 224.1995 is where I'm at right now. I'm owning, my position size is 26 ETH. So we'll see what happens, man. We're having some fun today, man. I don't advise anyone to do that. That's why I didn't share it with anyone, because people will be like, oh yeah, let's do that. And I didn't want to do that. So change H bar for XCN. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we'll look at indicators as to why. I mean, again, I'm not just throwing blindly here. I'll show you guys why Ethereum looks so good to me. Because again, you look at the RSI. You got the 12's at the, it's at the bottom, working its way back up. You got the 4 hour. It's kind of coming up, but it got rejected. But this will continue to hopefully rise and at least try to fill this fair value gap that's sitting right here. There's a nice little fair value gap at like 450. That's kind of where I'm trying to get to, is 450. I'll probably sell. I say probably. I'm going to sell at 450. I'm going to take profits at 450. It gets to 450 here, which is what I'm trying to get to. So that's why I put that one in. H bar. My H bar is still not looking too hot, even though I actually bought a little bit on the dip to buy in here. But the 4 hours almost at the bottom here, trying to work its way out. The 12 hours still at the bottom, trying to work its way out. And the day chart is literally at the bottom. It's been at the bottom at zeros for, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's going to break out here, hopefully here soon. So I'm trying to hang on through the weekend to have a nice little uptick coming next week, right? And it doesn't have to be a big uptick, right? We can go back to 14.5 for all I care, 14.6. I mean, we're still going to make some good profits off that. So Psy, yeah, you could definitely jump into Psy if you like. Definitely not one of the things I purchase here, but one thing I want to put out here. So controversial trader James Wynn believes that crypto market will be nuked and we are heading in for World War III. So obviously James Wynn's out here posting some crazy shit. So again, this is what's crazy about the markets, right? So you can say this is manipulation, you can say whatever you want, but when you have large groups of people who are following you, right? So let's just say like the A team had 1,000 people or 1,500 people that were like day trading together. James Wynn's in the same boat here, right? He's basically like has a hedge fund of people who are going to follow his trades. And when he says it's time to short, that's what you're going to do. So he's saying, hey, BTC has crossed the signal line on the daily MACD. It's bearish. He just put this out like, so he's really saying short Bitcoin. And if you actually look at the long, if you like zoom out on Bitcoin, he's not wrong. Like he's not wrong in terms of indicators. Indicators are saying that like eventually Bitcoin's going to come down. So just be aware of your day trades. Like if you're day trading, we're talking anywhere from 24 to 48 hours or maybe longer. Just realize that over the long term, we're talking like over the next month and a half, 2 months, Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be probably trading down based off of indicators. I showed you guys that yesterday. I'll show it again to you today. But he's not wrong in this. But just realize you got a lot of people out here who are jumping on board and shorting the markets, which is causing the volatility in the markets. I mean, you just got a lot of people that are going to listen and follow. I mean, that's just kind of how it works, right? You watching from the UK? All right, Benny. Appreciate you being here, man. So you can see that one great thing here is that Chainlink moved 17.88 million, which is about 149 million to Binance today. Obviously, anytime you move money to an exchange, people get a little weary. But it says historically, most major unlocks were followed by price gains per lock on chain. So take that for what it is. I think I have my link in still. Yeah, I still got my link, and I'm about $75 down on my link trade right now. So we'll see how that plays out today. My H bar, I'm down about $238 on my H bar and about 147 on my SUI trade right now. You can see my my XRP trade's down about $273, and my ETH is down about $19. So we're taking some losses right now, but I mean, again, you don't lose until you're liquidated or you sell. So, we're going to continue to ride this out. I'm going to try to continue to ride this out until, like I said, Sunday, Monday, when we'll seem to have maybe a shift in the market here. But, we're continuing to do good things here. I mean, you can see based off the charts right here, this is on H bar. I hate this indicator, but it actually tells you good things, right? We buy, sold. You have another one where you buy and sold. I mean, I kind of like it. As much as I hated this indicator, I was looking at it yesterday, and it actually does do some pretty good, gives you some pretty good ideas of where you bought and sold. So you can definitely see your wins and losses, which are kind of nice, but it is kind of an annoying indicator. Throwing that out there. I can't believe people would listen to a guy that's just mad at himself. Yeah, but people do, man, and he's not, I mean, like I said, he's not like 100% wrong. When you're looking at just the markets, like, yeah, the indicators, like if you're trading off indicators, like he is right. I mean, let's just like look at when I pull up my indicators and look at like what they're going to be. I mean, like I said, you pull this out on the weekly, just pull it out on the weekly, dude. Like it's going to come down. I mean, you can see right here, we peaked up here. Every time we hit a peak with the weekly and start to come down. And again, it doesn't ever reject at this 20%, this 80% mark. Go look at the history, dude. We never, one time right here back in 2023, we had a little rejection and came back up, but eventually came down, right? And it didn't come down like so hot to where, we lost out on the bottom here. And it doesn't have to lose the bottom. Like we don't have to be like all the way down here. But there is going to be a downturn. Whether we get down to 92,000, 91,000 for BTCC, like somewhere in there, we're going to see these indicators coming down, which means that the market sentiment's going to come down, right? And then your buy opportunities are probably right here at the 0.5, which is 93,000 again. And that's kind of where you'd want to buy. That's right at a nice little, fallout. But indicators are telling us that. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum's saying the same thing. Ethereum's at the top on the weekly here. Every time we get to the top of the weekly, we do have a fall. How far is the fall? I don't know, but we do definitely have falls. This last fall right here was pretty far. Let's see, roughly, 67% fall from here to here, basically from when Trump got elected, or basically December. So right after Trump got elected, then into December or into January, and then we fell pretty heavily. Tried to build out of it, but we're positioning ourselves to like basically go back down to 2,000 for ETH. And again, that could come sooner. That could come pretty quickly. So as much as we might want to bounce around right here, people are positioning themselves to short this. So my liquidation price on Ondo is 61 cents. Nice. That's pretty good, dude. 61 cents. Yeah. So, position yourselves. Realize that some of these large ones, there's pretty good chances for shorting the markets, right? So as much as you might be down, like, be taking some small profits and stuff like that off of these, realize that you should be looking for longevity, like the long-term side of crypto too. And, putting some shorts in, like I'll definitely be putting some shorts in on Bitcoin and some shorts in on Ethereum, probably a little bit larger ones, like a couple $1,000, maybe do like a 5x leverage, with a couple $1,000. So again, your liquidity or your chance of liquidation is small, but just know that you could probably hold that for the next, I don't know, probably a couple weeks. But more like crypto market keeps dumping. Yeah, Tony, it's dumping right now. 589 coded. My liquidation price on Ondo is 61 cents. You think we might go down further? I haven't looked at Ondo. I could take a look at Ondo for you. I haven't looked at Ondo. Right now the market sentiment's not good. Where is Ondo? There's Ondo. You said your liquidation price is what again? 61. Dude, it hasn't hit 61 since freaking November, dude. So you're probably in a pretty good spot. You can see the weekly is already coming down. That's good for the weekly. The daily is probably working its way down as well. You're probably in a decent spot, dude. 12 hours coming down. You probably have a little bit more room to come down. You'll probably have to come through, stomach some more dips. But yeah, you should probably have a nice little rally out of this. How are you, sir? I'm doing good, man. How are you, Tony? Hope the family. Yeah, family's well, dude. We got soccer today. Soccer day today, man. Kids are ready to rock and roll, man. We play, like I said, this tournament's a big one. First is a kickoff of the summer soccer season. We play the top teams in the state. So we played for the girls played for the Washington Cup in April. They won the Washington Cup, and then there's also a President Cup. So the girls play in what they call the WPL, which is the Washington Premier League. And then there's the RCL, which is the competitive league. It's called the Regional Competitive League. And they're like, the RCL is a little bit above the WPL in terms of rank because it's part of the ECNL, which again, total soccer lingo. But anyways, they're playing all the RCL teams, which are like the top tier teams. And so I'm hoping they go in there and then just annihilate these girls today, dude. So if that's the case on that, what indicators are you saying? Why is everyone saying we're waiting on this big pump in the next couple of weeks? Well, again, it's tough to say a big pump, right? It's tough to say. I don't know who's saying big pump. We should have some rallies, right? We should have some rallies, some relief rallies. Like there's a relief rally probably coming in here because of like the sell-off right here. And when I say a relief rally, like we're trying to get back up into this like 225 for like XRP. And the good thing is, if you look at the weekly here, like the weeklies are at the bottom for XRP. So again, everyone's different on how these work, right? And usually, Let's go to a different XRP because this one's, I don't know why I keep that one up. Usually when XRP breaks through on the weekly, we continue up. Like we don't ever really get rejected. I mean, I guess we did get rejected way back over here in 2018. But I mean, if you look at the weeklies, usually when XRP comes up, like we continue up. So like, again, it doesn't have to be like this big increase. We could tap back out at 250 and come back down on the weekly. But weeklies are what we're looking at here. Look at the overturn on the weeklies for Ethereum's coming down. We're probably going to come down and retest this 2000. At least this fair value gap that's right here. Bitcoin, same thing, dude. We're probably going to come down and test this 98 and come down into this 91. I mean, we're already seeing it on the weeklies. Usually when these falls happen, when we come up, I mean, we're talking roughly, I've already done the math. I already done 34% right there last time we peaked it out. And then we're down roughly about 30% right here when we peaked it out. Probably a little more than that now. So we're talking, roughly 30% loss. So if we say from the top to the bottom a 30% loss, that puts us at roughly, that puts us way down here, dude. That puts us like 77 again. So, I mean, I hope we don't go that far. I hope it's less than that, but, project that it's roughly going to take us back down into the 90s. Just look at the indicators. Like the indicators, people are trading off indicators, bro. So like if everyone's looking at the same indicator, they're going to make the decisions based off the indicators. So, and if everyone's, and then all of a sudden, and then the dominoes start to fall, right? So just realize that April lows. Yeah, I hope not. I mean, like I said, especially if you're holding long term, a lot of people bought the top, so they're trying to wait for them to get out of the bottom on some of their long term holds, like a Hedera, right? Hedera has been, a lot of people accumulated it. I accumulated it, and people are down on their accumulations of it. So Muddy Soccer, yeah, it's actually going to be on. They all their games have been on turf, and this will be the first game they had in grass in over a year. So be interesting to sort of see how they play on grass. So ETH is back up. I should be about even now. I should be about even on my trade right here. Almost there, about $5 down. Not bad. So we'll see if we can come back out of this for the ETH side of it here. So yeah, back to James Wynn here. So yeah, he's basically saying this. Obviously, you got a big group of people coming out saying this as well. Chainlink. Then you got Michael Saylor out here predicting that Bitcoin is going to hit 21 million in 21 years. So in 21 years right now, they're going to say one Bitcoin is going to be worth 21 million. I'm not going to doubt it, dude. I mean, people thought at $1 it wasn't going to hit 100,000, and here we are hitting 100,000. So ETH is actually rocking right now. Holy crap. So ETH is up 2,421. Yeah, it's crazy on this 100x. Again, total degen to do this, but we'll see how the day turns out. 21 years. Yeah, 21 years. I mean, that puts me at what? I'm 30. Yeah, so that'll put me at what? 60, right when I retire? 60 years old. I guess I'll be 60, 20, and I have a decent amount of Bitcoin. So if it hits 21 million, you talk about some generational wealth. I mean, yeah, the kids will definitely be walking away with some generational wealth. There's no doubt about that. So I spent more money last days. Oh, really, Jeffrey? Turf causes so many knee injuries for ladies. Yeah, that's the thing is that, I do wish that they would play on grass more. My daughter's she's been battling massive blisters. Like, I've been battling blisters, dude, trying to do everything I possibly can. And I think the turf, obviously turf probably contributes a lot to that because it's hot. It's really hot turf. Surfaces get really hot on the turf. So if anyone has any idea of how to battle blisters, I've been doing everything. The only thing I haven't done that I'm going to do today is put put powder in her shoes and on her feet. I haven't done that one yet. That's the only one I haven't done. So I'll probably do that today because it's gotten bad. But she's a stud, dude. She fights through the blister pain. I couldn't do it. I was such a little pansy when it comes to blisters. But she fights through them pretty good. I'm glad I'm a swing trader. That's a lot to keep up with. You're good, dude. Powder will help. All right, Irish Tiger. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, that's I'm just gonna douse the shit out of her foot with powder, dude. Well, I'm also gonna make sure, because she still has some forming, so it's I'm gonna obviously do everything I can to block them from hurting. You got the grip socks? Dude, every time she puts the grip socks on, Ian, they get worse. So I just keep her in her normal soccer socks because it seems like those work the best. But yeah, every time we do grip socks, but it's just Kind of annoying because it's a result of moisture and friction. Yeah. That's why I think I'm going to do the powder. I've yet to do the powder. So we're going to just, I'm just going to, her shoe's going to be up. She's going to put her shoe on. It's going to be like, it's going to be that much powder in there. Just kidding. But you get what I'm saying. Austin, Slim Cheeses, what's up, buddy? In your opinion, why is the crypto market so... I think that, like I said, I think people are looking at indicators. I think you got a lot of big groups out there. I've come to realize this over the years, is that there's a lot of people out there that are group trading. I never really paid attention to it. We do know that there's like manipulation, but there's a lot of groups out there, whether you call them hedge funds, whatever the hell you want to call them, groups of people that are out here just like literally obliterating the market. So it makes it really hard. It makes it really hard to even like indicators, right? Like I'll give you a perfect example. I was looking at this indicator today. I was looking at my chart today, and like we'll just take where was it, dude? We'll just take H bar here, right? So I'm trying to really figure out H bar. I'm like, okay, usually things line up pretty good, and I'm trying to think last time we've had last time we actually had the indicator look like this. And I'm going through here and I'm like, dude, like there's on the 12-hour, we don't really have, we have larger scale of this indicator showing up over here. Maybe showing up over here where we have three, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But what I'm saying is that like, these are like, when you go back and look at these are like when Trump like obliterates the market. December when obliterated the market, January when he gets elected, obliterates the market. You get into March right here with the, and into April right here, he obliterates the market with the tariffs. And so like something happened here. This is the Iran-Israel conflict. So it like obliterates the market. But the great thing is out of these is that like, that's where I'm like, dude, like this is going to bounce back because you look at every single one of these indicators, you follow it by a nice little rally. Every one of these had a nice little rally. Even this one that came, this is a sell-off right here in February that we had this liquidation event. But we had a rally after that, right? So I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, dude. I don't know why the market. A lot of manipulation. I think a lot of people are out here, able to turn markets. That's my thing. Petroleum jelly too. I tried that, dude. Blisters are caused by friction. I did. So the question I have though, and maybe someone can solve for me. Can you use gel? Can you use like petroleum jelly or like a bag balm with powder, or would that cause like clumping? That's the question I have because I've yet to do it. I don't know if I want to do it on the first day of the tournament, so I might have to switch up. Austin, make sure your daughter ties their soccer shoes with runner knots. Oh, I tie the shit, bro. I tie the hell out of their shoes, dude. Like their shoes ain't budging. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I love how you guys are just trying to help me with the blisters. That's so awesome. Those two top holes at the top of shoes are used to get the shoes tied on the foot. Yeah, I use top holes. Get gel pads, great. Yeah, so I had the gel pads in there for their heel. So she was having heel pain. I used those, but the heel pain subsided, and everything's good. It's just the freaking blister, dude. Dude, that's what I did. I put the KT tape, Ian. I put the KT tape on there, and it made it 10 times worse, bro. I was like doing all this stuff, making it all nice, like basically taping her whole foot, trying to make it legit. And because I thought KT tape was like the best thing to do, so I was like, okay, cool. And it made it worse, bro. I was like, what the heck happened? And so then like now I'm like, okay, I'll go back to the original way that I did it because like I know that like she could at least go through that. Yeah, dang, I jumped on and we're talking about Petro jelly. Oh shit, that's funny, dude. Moleskin, I haven't seen that. Moleskin. The Mayor of Crypto. Yeah, we got Tim sharing the house here. We got the Mayor of Crypto. I think the quality of socks makes a big. They're Nike socks, so Nike be slacking then, dude. Nike be slacking big time. Damn Nikes, dude. ETH just fell out hard, dude. This thing I just can't catch a break with ETH, dude. Look at that, down to 149. Like ETH is just, gosh, dude. Like the markets. This is one of those where you got to get out and touch grass because like watching the markets are going to make you go nuts. And this is what's happened over the last 3 days. The markets have made me kind of go a little bit nuts. But like I said, my goal is to try to not get liquidated, to try to stay strong through each of these pricings so that when the market comes back here to hopefully tomorrow and not Monday, we're good. Are they new cleats? No, dude. She's probably had them for probably had these ones for what, 2 months now? 2 months? She's broke them in pretty good. They slip on nicely, dude. I have not. I have not done the ace bandage because I feel like the ace bandage would still move. Where like the KT tape, I didn't think would move, but still, moleskin. I gotta look up moleskin. I never heard of that moleskin. Oh, it's like the yeah. So that's what I have. I have these little pads. Here, I'll show you. Hold on a sec. So yeah, I know we switched gears here, and I appreciate you guys because you guys are gonna make my day if you can help me solve this. But this is the KT tape we obviously use. You can see right here, that's like the KT tape that I'm using, which is legit. And then I use this is like the moleskin. Oh, thanks, Booze. This is like the moleskin, but it's like it's KT still, but it's like it's meant for like a blister pad. You can see right there. And so it goes off. And this thing's actually sticky as hell. So I tried that. And then today I went and bought this today, which is like that right there, which is like for it. So I don't know, dude. We're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out. But the A team's the best, dude. Yes, moleskin work too. Okay. I think that's what this is. That's what when I got this, that's kind of what this is for. So we'll find out. Man, ETH is getting obliterated right now. The markets are just getting obliterated. And ETH specifically, dude. Let's see, we're down to 214, yeah. Double socks, maybe? You think so? You think double socks in soccer? See, I've always been scared to do the double sock thing. ETH can call me above the phone on the weekly. Oh, yeah. Have her soak her feet in warm soapy water, then rinse and apply antibiotic ointment. I used to wear 2 pairs of socks. Okay. Finally getting nice weather. 102 on Tuesday. Damn, it's in New York, bro. It's New York. It's gonna be 102. No way. Cut a hole in the blister and slapped it on. Okay. Yeah, the blister's already like down, right? The blister's already in a down position. Like, it's not bubbly anymore. Definitely want an update on the powder. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, bro. I would honestly change socks every game. We do. Dude, I'm like diligent, bro. So we only have one game today, and then we have a game tomorrow, and a game on Monday, and a game on Tuesday. So it's like every day. They don't have like multiple games in a day, which is kind of weird. But I mean, at least you get some breaks. That used to happen to me, wear 2 pairs of socks, then on the inside and normal sports socks on the okay. We're talking about blisters on the palm of her feet. So like, this is like, let's just say like this is her big toe right here. It's like right here underneath like the big toes. And then right on the outside right here, she gets these blisters. These ones have calloused over. I'm glad that we've changed from a crypto channel to how to solve blisters on kids' feet in soccer. So that's fantastic. This is when you know the A team is strong. We got 233 people in here watching, talking about blister protection for my daughter's big soccer tournament. That's how I know you guys give a shit. I love it, dude. The raw skin. Yeah, the raw skin. Yeah, it's a terrible spot. And it's so hard to like, that's the worst spot because it's like, there's so much pressure there. And so like, no matter what you put there, it just kind of like just kind of just dissipates. Crypto market is so flat. We're talking about soccer blisters. Yeah, right, Chameleon? That's so funny. You've changed socks. It's just she has her cleats are they're like 2 weeks or 2 months old. They fit her feet. They fit her feet pretty good. It's so hot here in North Carolina. You go through a construction site and it smells like, oh my gosh, Vegas claw. Playing on turf plays a part in that, but you just can't do anything with that. Yeah, they're playing on grass this tournament, so this tournament's on grass. So I was like, maybe this tournament will like help for the week. You know what I mean? Need the ground to give more. Yeah, I'll let you know how the powder works. I'm gonna put some some blister things. There's a blister pad out here. It's a very specific blister pad. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Maybe I'll have Fan grab me the blister pandage. I'll show you guys. These ones actually work the greatest, and they hold up the longest, but like they kind of slip still. So I have to constantly like wrap it. But I mean, I'm gonna definitely do that in combination with the powder and see if that works out. I have to believe that will help. Fingers crossed. I think so. Because her feet are like, yeah. I don't want to. I mean, they're sweaty as hell. Damn, ETH is getting obliterated right now. Gosh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, my ETH position just got liquidated. Just to let everyone know, that was that degen play I put out there, got liquidated. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. That's what happens. It was a degen play. I put 100x out there, and it got obliterated. So yeah, that's what happens sometimes. That's what happens when you go and to be a little bit of degen. That's where these exchanges seek out these positions and try to obliterate you. Now it's going to go from 1408 to 408 all the way up to 230 here in the next hour. So like to say, God, dude, come on, crypto, no religion, sports, or politics. Play barefoot. Use the white medical tape, thin piece of gauze. Okay, yeah, I'll have to keep trying some things out here for sure. Bit more extreme. I would almost say powder, then wrap the tight with socks. Okay, that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll give you guys some feedback tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna catch this. I think I'm gonna let's do. Yeah, we're just gonna play out our positions, dude. Austin checks. Yeah, I'll check those out. Some like to say. All right, back to crypto. So sorry about that. So yes, thank you guys for all your input on the blisters. Yeah, that's it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, but excited. Let's see, crypto market. Yeah, crypto market is flat. XRP is like a blister on my ass. Oh my God, pipeline. I mean, it kind of feels, again, going back to sort of where we're at with these things, crypto's down to, XRP is down to 210.51. It's continuing to fall down. H bar is down to, 114, 193. I mean, these things are continually falling, you know what I mean? So it's like, it just feels like, you can't catch a break right now. So like I said, the whole goal is to try and, keep your head above water if you can, let's see here. Yeah, try to keep your head above water and not get liquidated, so you can fight back on the next little rally. But right now, the markets do not look. They look like they're losing a massive amount of steam. A lot of it has to do with volume too. You can see the volume down. I mean, the volume continues to go down, so there's just not enough volume to like actually rally positions. So that could be as well. You can see even right here, XRP price today drops despite the 3.96 billion futures volume. So as much as futures are coming in and buying up these things, the price is dropping. Because of the shorting out there. It's pretty crazy when you start to think about how volume could play into this whole thing, but it really can. So again, just beware of those things. Volume does play factor into this whole thing. So let's see here. We got 20. Yeah, even H bar right now is just getting obliterated, dude. H bar, dude, it just pisses me off right now. I'll be honest with you. H bar, I just haven't been able to like corral. Every time I think I got it, it doesn't work out. But XRP is actually still in the position that we thought it was going to be in here, coming down to this 210. I mean, hopefully we stay in this range between the 0.5 and the 382. Hopefully we stay in here. So if we can hang on to this range, we could have a nice little rally back up to 225, which would be in for the profits for a lot of people. So that's what we got to hang on to here. And again, probably tomorrow is when we're going to start to see a shift, hopefully, in the markets. Yes, adhesive moleskin works best to still play. Okay, good. What's up, Oscar? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well, my guy. Good to see you, man. H bar having a hard time finding support levels. Yeah, it just keeps falling through its support level. That's what I'm saying. It's really hard to. It's been hard to gauge on indicators. Yeah, ETH is coming down pretty hot right now, dude. I'm in a 12x leverage on SUI trade. Entry point was 316. Liquidation point is 220. Do you think I'm safe? Let's take a look at SUI. I haven't looked at SUI yet, even though I'm in a SUI trade right now. You said 216. You said 216. Same, but nice to see you. Keep up the XRP family. Heck yeah, Oscar. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. What was it? Oh, 220. 220. Let's see. 220. We're down in a nice little look. We're in the golden pocket right now for literally just hit the golden pocket for Sui. You said 220. Dude, yeah, you're pretty, dude. That's pretty far. We haven't hit that level since the tariff liquidation event. So that's actually at the bottom of where this is at right now. But I mean, we just hit the golden pocket. So I mean, and a nice little fair value gap right down here, which is a really big fair value gap from 267 all the way down to 247. So right in the middle at 261. So I mean, this is actually probably opportune time. I mean, in all reality, based off indicators here, you're at the bottom of the 4 hour. We're at the bottom of the 4 hour here. 12 hours literally hiccuped a couple times, something like this right here. We came up, came down, came up, came down, and now we're working our way up, right? So even a little rally like that is good. Even something like just up here to back to 296 or 295, nothing crazy. It doesn't have to get all, way back up over here to make a profit. So yeah, not looking too bad. The day chart is even down at the bottom right now. Day chart is at 0. So, yeah, we'll have to sort of see how this plays out. But Sui's not in a bad position. So yeah. Day before yesterday, truck drivers had passed it around. BS left at 2:30 in the morning from. Oh damn! I'm about to get liquidated on my 5x H bar. This market sucks. Even 5x are getting liquidated. Damn, man, really? Markets are horrible right now. Good sell if you have powder. Yep. The whole goal is to just try to hang on for tomorrow and Monday as best you can, dude. Even if you have to add a little bit of margin to try to hang on, try to do so. Moleskin worked for me too. It looks like the KT tape blister is a bit different. So go back to the old school Moleskin if it doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll have to do the Moleskin stuff. Yeah, I'll have to try that. I haven't tried the actual Moleskin. I don't know if this is more just I don't know what this is, like just some kind of. This stuff is sticky as shit, though. I'm buying spots for now. Longs once we get the Iran news from Trump. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be a time. There's gonna be a chance. I mean, it's coming up here. I mean, you're talking what, 2 weeks out? 2 weeks out is probably when the news comes up, right? He said give him about 2 weeks. Austin, so far this bull run has crap. Could you see us pumping to 120 and that's all wrote in Q4? I think we go further than that. You got to think when the rally hits, dude, it's like a lightning bolt hits, dude. It's like boom, and it just rolls, dude. At least it did in 2021, 2022. I mean, it was crazy. Sui 230. You think Sui's going to hit 230? I mean, you can see there's a massive amount of support right here at the 225, or sorry, at that level there was at 225, which again is a big fair value gap. There's a big fair value gap from literally 265 all the way down to 230. So there, it could probably come fill up at this 245 area if it could, if we continue to dip. July 3rd, is that what he said? July 3rd? I have some poop on it. It's Slim Jesus. 4-year cycle may change now. Institutional and government exceptions. I don't know if the 4-year cycle is going to change because we're still in debt. Speaking of that, dude, where was it at? I might have put it up here. Where do we go? Right here, dude. Shocking Saturday, annual interest expenses on U.S. debt has reached a 1.2 trillion over the last 12 months. In other words, the U.S. is now paying 3.3 billion in interest per day. Annual interest expenses has now surpassed health and defense expenditures by 300 billion. Interest costs are also now the second largest government expense, just 300 billion below Social Security. As a result, interest payments reflect approximately 18% of all taxes paid, just shy of a record 19% seen in the 1980s. Again, the worst time in U.S. history for interest rates was in the 1980s. To go back and look at the history of it, and we're right there with it. So it just goes to show you that Jerome Powell is a piece of trash. I mean, Jerome Powell sucks at his job. It's just as simple as that, dude. Like, he just sucks at his job. He's doing everything he can to like literally obliterate the economy right now. The goal is to bring down interest rates so that we're not paying. The taxpayers are paying. I mean, 18% of our money accumulated by taxpayers is going to pay off our debt, just to the debt. It's not even paying for any principal. It's just paying for the interest on the debt. You know how stupid that is? We're basically paying, we're on like a high APY credit card right now, and we're stuck paying the bill. The United States taxpayers are stuck paying the bill, and we're just able to pay the interest. We're not even paying the principal. It's a complete joke. It's a complete joke. So let's continue to not bring down interest rates so that we can lower our burden. You know what I mean? And that's what's just crazy to me. So interest rates on the federal debt is our biggest crisis, and we know that. And that's what Jerome Powell just continues to kick the can down the road and make it worse and worse and worse, which is causing these markets to be trash. It's causing these markets to continue to fall, go down and down and down, and eventually, it's just hard to stay above water. But yeah, speaking of that, so I think we're going to stay on the 4-year cycle for the debt, because it's a debt cycle. So until we're out of debt, I don't think we ever budge away from the 4-year cycle. Yeah, we're coming down hot right now, guys. We are coming down hot. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good at all. To be honest with you, this is looking really bad. It's not looking good at all. Even like, yeah. Let's go back to this. I might have to freaking get out of some of my positions. I might have to just close one. I might have to close my XRP. XRP is coming down too fast. I might have to close some of these positions like right now and just take the loss. Let's see here. Sui, yeah, Sui's down a little bit. Link's not down too bad. My H bar is just getting obliterated right now. H bars just can't hold up worth a shit. Buying opportunity, not financial. Do your own research, invest at your own risk, 100%. Yeah, Jerome Powell needs to take a seat. I think so too. Yeah, he does. What's the news with all this time? It's just, I mean, the markets are getting obliterated. Isn't Powell the puppet on a string? Yeah, he's been a puppet on a string. Who really makes the decisions? I mean, what's a group of them? But it's someone. I mean, obviously he's influenced. Inflation's transitory. He doesn't even fucking know what that means, dude. Royal decor. He just makes shit up. I think he's just saying things to say things. I don't even think he realizes what he's saying. I got time, bud. Send me a link if you want me to join and chat about XRP. Always down. I'm actually gonna be hopping off here, dude. I would, Oscar, but I'm hopping off here in about 5 minutes because I got to get ready to go for soccer, dude. But we should definitely get together, man. We should definitely. I got your text, dude. I suck at responding on X to DMs. Like I'm always in Discord or Telegram. But I got your DM, dude. We should definitely hold a space together, dude. If you're down for it, I'm totally on board with that, man. If you're available, we should figure out a time and just like hold some XRP spaces together, dude. I'd be totally on board with that. Whenever you have time, I know you're a busy person too. I'll definitely step into grace. I'm gonna have to look that up. Place a hole over the blister. It's bouncing now. Yeah, we hit something. We bounced. We hit some crazy support levels. We'll see if we can sustain the bounce. Jeffrey, have a good one too. Texas loves Oscar. Yeah, no, Oscar's great, man. He makes the BD fishing magician. Yeah, appreciate that. That's actually pretty good. Fishing magician. We'll see if we can sustain. Like I said, you got to just hold off getting liquidated. That's the biggest hurdle, is not to get liquidated in your positions, and see if you can hold through them, at least into tomorrow and into Monday. So, but yeah, guys, I'm going to be hopping off here. I'm going to hop off right now because I got to get ready for the soccer thing, and you know me, I don't like to be late. So we're going to be out there. I'll let you guys know how it all goes. I appreciate all your guys' input and support with the blister thing. I want to be honest with you. You guys are great. I think I'm on the right track, but I'll definitely let you guys know tomorrow how it works, dude. Check the Beluga socks, Austin. They are the best in my opinion. Okay, the hard part is finding socks for her little feet. You know what I mean? Because there's a couple socks out there I want to buy like for adults, but like it's hard to find them for the feet, dude. How does BTC get to 100K, but everything else struggles? Yeah, just alts are different, dude. Good luck to you, dog. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes today. It should be it'll be an interesting day to sort of see how it all plays out. So, yeah. With all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Hold on strong. the markets. We should have a nice little bounce back coming up here. So with all that, love you guys a ton. Slim Jesus, thank you much for being a member for 16 months, bro. That is fantastic. That is crazy, dude. 16 months. I appreciate it a ton. And thanks so much for the A-team. I love you guys a ton. Have a great one. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And with all that, we're out. Peace out, everyone.